Hello students, hope all of you are fine. So dear children, we are doing the lesson biomolecules. Okay, so we have done DNA in our previous video, and today we are going to discuss about RNA and some more topics. Ribonucleic acid. Now ribonucleic acid is a single strand of chain. Okay, uh, and DS, double-stranded RNA, is reported in the wound tumor virus, rice dwarf virus, which is formed by end-to-end polymerization of number of ribonucleotide or ribotides. Polynucleotide is characterized by presence of ribose sugar and uracil instead of thymine. It is formed through transcription where one strand of DNA act as a template. This is followed by processing to produce different type of RNAs. A strand of RNA contain 70 to 12,000 ribonucleotides. At places, it may appear partially double-stranded due to folding of single strand. Four types of ribonucleotide occur in RNA. They are adenosine monophosphate, guanosine monophosphate, uridine monophosphate, and cytidine monophosphate. A ribonucleotide is formed of ribose sugar, phosphoric acid, and a nitrogen base. The four nitrogen bases present in RNA are adenine, guanine, that's purine, then cytosine, and uracil, they are pyrimidine. The union of the nitrogen base with the carbon 1 of the ribose sugar by glycosidic bond through 3 nitrogen or 9 nitrogen region. Phosphate combined with carbon 5th of its sugar and carbon 3rd of the next sugar, that is phosphodiester bond, similar to one found in the DNA strand. Nitrogen base can be arranged in any sequence so that there is a high degree of specificity as found in DNA. Purine and pyrimidine ratio is not unity in RNA. The sequence of nitrogenous base found on the RNA strand is complementary to their sequence of DNA template. For example, a sequence of ATACTG of DNA template shall appear as UGAC over RNA. There are 6 types of RNAs, that is ribosomal RNA, transfer messenger RNA, genomic RNA, small nuclear RNA, small cytoplasmic RNA. Out of these, the first 3 rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA, messenger RNA, and transfer RNA, are major class of RNAs that are involved in the gene expression. The ribosomal RNA is most abundant RNA, that is 70 to 80% of total, which has 3 to 4 types. Some of its types are 23S, 28S, or longest of all the RNAs. As the name indicates, rRNA ribosomal RNA is a constituent of ribosome. Here it lies coiled in between and over the protein molecules. Depending upon the sedimentation coefficient, RNAs of eukaryotes are of 4 types, that is 28S, 18S, 5.8S, and 5S. Prokaryotic ribosomes are 3 types of RNA, that is 23S, 16S, and 5S. 28 as 5.S and 5.8S and 5S. That 23S and 5S in the prokaryote occur in large subunit of the ribosomes, while 18S in case of prokaryote, it is 16S, is found in the smaller subunit of the ribosome. Now rRNA is transcribed in the form of longer chain of 45S in the eukaryotes and 30S in the prokaryotes. In eukaryotic transcript, the arrangement is 5th carbon to 3rd carbon direction and is 18S, 5.8S, and 28S. Several methylation occur prior to removal of spatial RNA. Removal of spatial RNA break the transcript into 2 to 3 parts. Now 5S is often transcribed separately. Now, function of rRNA, it binds the protein molecule and give rise to ribosomes. Third carbon end of 18S rRNA, and in case of the prokaryote it is 16S, has the nucleotide complementary to those of the cap region of the messenger RNA. Now 5S RNA and surrounding protein complex provide binding site for the tRNA. The rRNA, that is ribosomal RNAs, get associated with the specific protein to from ribosome subunit. 50 as subunit of the prokaryotic ribosome contain 23 as rRNA, 5 as rRNA and some 32 protein molecules. 30 as subunit of prokaryotic ribosome has 16 as RNA and about 21 protein molecules. 60 as subunit of eukaryotic ribosome contain 28 as rRNA, 5 as rRNA and 5.8 as rRNA and about 50 protein molecules. 40 as subunit of eukaryotic ribosome consists of 18 as RNA and 33 proteins molecules. Okay, transfer RNA or tRNA, it is also called soluble or sRNA. There are over 100 types of the transfer RNA. Transfer RNA constitute about 15% of total RNA. The tRNA is the smallest RNA with 70 to 85 nucleotide and sedimentation coefficient is of 4s. The nitrogenous base of several of its nucleotide get modified, that is pseudouridine, then dihydrouridine and inosine. This causes coiling of otherwise single-stranded tRNA into S-shaped form three-dimensional and dimensional structure or clover-like form. Okay, that is two-dimensional structure. About half of the nucleotide are base paired to produce paired stems. 5 regions are unpaired or single stranded, that is AA binding site, T and C loop, then DHA, okay, that is dihydrouridine loop, extra arm and anticodon loop. The anticodon is made up of 3 nitrogen base for recognizing and attaching to the codon of messenger RNA. The AA binding site lies at third carbon end opposite to the anticodon and has CCA-OH group. This CCA group is added after the transcription. The fifth carbon end bear the guanine. The amino acid at the AA binding site and anticodon are the 2 recognition site for the tRNA with the T and C loop. Okay, that is the it contains pseudouridine. The loop is site for attaching or the ribosome, attaching to the ribosome. Next is the DHU loop. The loop contains dihydrouridine. It is binding site for amino acyl synthetase enzyme. The extra arm is a variable site arm or loop which lies between the T and C loop anticodon. The exact role of extra arm is not known. Now let's discuss the function of tRNA. tRNA is called the adapter molecules, okay, which is meant for transferring amino acid to the ribosome for synthesis of polypeptide. There are 3 different tRNAs for different amino acid. Some amino acid can be picked up by 2-3 tRNAs. tRNA carries specific amino acid at particular point during polypeptide synthesis as per the codons of messenger RNA. Codon are recognized by anticodon of tRNA. Specific amino acids are recognized by particular activating or the amino acyl synthetase enzyme. They hold peptide chain over the messenger RNAs. The messenger RNA or mRNA is long RNA which constitute 2 to 5% of total RNA content. It brings instruction from the DNA for formation of particular type of polypeptide. The instructions are present in the base sequence of its nucleotide. It is called genetic code. Three adjacent nitrogen base specify particular amino acid. Formation of polypeptide occur over the ribosomes. Messenger RNA get attached to the ribosomes. tRNA are induced to bring amino acid in a particular sequence according to the sequence of codon present over the messenger RNA. Messenger RNA has methylated region at the fifth carbon terminus. It functions as a cap for attachment with the ribosome. Cap is followed by initiation codon, that is AUG, either immediately or after a small non-coding region. Then there is coding region followed by termination codon, that is UAA or UAG or UGA. There is then a small non-coding region and poly A area at the third carbon terminus. And messenger RNA may specify only a single polypeptide or number of them. The former, okay, that is the messenger RNA is called monocistronic while the later is known as the polycistronic. The polycistronic messenger RNA is more common in the prokaryotes. Okay, prokaryotes have the polycistronic while the eukaryotes have the monocistronic form of messenger RNA. Eukaryotic messenger RNA is usually monocistronic. The lifetime of messenger RNA is also variable. In some lower form, it is from a few minutes to few hours. On the other hand, the messenger RNA of higher form seem to have a long life. It is several days in case of young red blood corpuscles which continue to form hemoglobin even when nucleus has degenerated. Now, function of messenger RNA is to carry coded information for translation into polypeptide formation. Though reverse transcription, it can form compact gene which are used in genetic engineering. The phenomenon also occurs in nature and has added certain genes in a genome. It has a cap region for attachment to the ribosome. Now, genetic RNA. It is found in some virus called the ribovirus. The genetic RNA may be single-stranded as in case of tobacco mosaic virus or TMV, or double-stranded RNA as in case of reovirus. Genetic DNA act as heredity material. It may, however, not replicate directly but form DNA in host cell to produce RNA for its own type. Next is metabolism is the total of all the chemical reaction. Now, metabolism. Okay, life is never ending flow of energy and material. The latter are required by all the living cells for building and functioning of their living matter. Living cells also produce matter and energy which are passed out into the environment. Metabolism is the sum total of all the chemical reactions that occur in an organism due to specific interaction among the different type of molecules within the interior of the cell. Despite vast differences occurring in the structure and function of the cell in different organisms, metabolic reactions are usually similar. They are turnover or rate at which new biomolecules are being formed from other while they are themselves being changed into others. Thousands of these transformations are going on simultaneously in the cells. For example, removal of carbon dioxide from amino acid to form amines, removal of amino group from the amino acids or the nucleotide, hydrolysis of the glycosidic bonds, etc. They occur in series called the metabolic pathway. A metabolic pathway is a multi-step interlinked series of enzyme catalyzed biochemical reaction in which products of one reaction generally become substrate for the next. Metabolic pathway work in a linear fashion, often crisscrossing one another. There is no disruption or chaos as each and every metabolic pathway has a definite rate and direction that maintain the dynamic state of body constituent. Enzyme direct metabolic pathway. All the chemical reactions occurring in the living system are mediated through organic catalysts called the enzymes. Like catalysts, enzymes remain unchanged at the end of the chemical reaction. They can therefore be used and reused. Catalysts, for example, platinum, are relatively unselective, but enzymes are highly specific. There is a separate enzyme for every biochemical reaction. That is, there is no uncatalyzed metabolic conversion in living system. Even on otherwise physical process like dissolution of carbon dioxide in water is catalyzed in the living system. It is because rate of enzyme catalyzed reaction is hundred of times higher than the rate of uncatalyzed reaction. In absence of enzyme, nearly 2000 molecules of carbon dioxide dissolve in water per hour to form carbonic acid. In presence of enzyme, carbonic anhydrase, some 6 lakh molecules of carbonic acid are formed per second. This is an acceleration of about 10 million times. During chemical reaction, older chemical bonds are broken and new chemical bonds are established. It is an inorganic chemical reaction. Organic chemical, for example, we have barium OH whole 2 plus S2SO4. It produces BaSO4 barium sulfate plus 2H2O. Okay, so organic chemical reaction also occurs similarly. The rate of chemical or physical reaction is determined by the amount of product formed per unit time. So the rate of chemical reaction doubles or decrease by half for every 10 degrees Celsius rise or fall. Okay, it is called the general rule of thumb. Now, as there are thousands of chemical reaction occurring in the living cells, thousands of different type of enzymes develop inside the cell. Enzymes are generally globular proteins having one or more cleft over their surface. The cleft function as active site. The active site attract substrate molecule or reactants. An enzyme substrate complex is formed. The chemical reaction occur in this stage. It forms product. The product leave the active site which become free or attracts some substrate molecules. The active site of each type of enzyme is specific for its substrate. This explains the specificity of the enzyme. Sucrase will act only on sucrose and no other disaccharide. Substrate in presence of enzyme will produce the product. For example, sucrose plus water in presence of sucrase will produce glucose plus fructose. Now, type metabolism is of two types, catabolism and anabolism. Anabolism include all the building up reactions. It is also called constructive metabolism since it involves the synthesis of the complex substances from the simpler ones. For example, synthesis of organic compounds from the carbon dioxide and water during photosynthesis, formation of starch from the glucose, production of protein from the amino acid, formation of the lipids from the fatty acids, and alcohol. Energy is stored as a potential energy in the process. Now, catabolism. It constitutes breakdown reaction. It is also known as destructive metabolism because it involves breaking of complex substances into the simpler ones. Potential energy present in the complex substance is converted into kinetic energy. Same of the energy is trapped. Some of the energy is trapped as chemical energy in adenosine triphosphate. The adenosine triphosphate is also called the energy currency of living system. Respiration is an example of catabolism. It releases energy for performing different body activities. Next we have C6H12O6 plus 6O2 in presence of enzymes will give 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. Now metabolism therefore involve change in the energy and material. The bioenergetic or bioenergetic is the scientific study of energy transformation in the living system, for example organism, ecosystem, etc. Biochemical pathway are tightly regulated. Biochemical reaction do not occur singly, neither they are unregulated. Unregulated anabolic and catabolic reaction occur simultaneously can create chemical chaos as substance synthesized in the anabolism will be immediately broken down in the catabolism. This can be excess synthesis or breakdown of the material resulting in unnecessary wastage of energy and the materials. This does not happen. Actually, cells have well separate biochemical pathway which are under tight control of the regulatory system, which include the control of the enzyme synthesis, activation and inhibition of the enzymes and feedback system. Most enzymes are allosteric sites away from the active sites. Presence of an activator over the allosteric site make the active site functional, while occurrence of an inhibitor over the allosteric site dysfunction the active site. Further, a metabolite or metabolic or biochemical pathway has number of steps, each controlled by a separate enzyme. The pathway become operational only when the substrate of the first reaction and its active enzyme are available. The product of first reaction generally become the substrate of the second reaction catalyzed by separate enzyme. The product of the second reaction become the substrate of the third reaction and so on till the final product is formed. The cell control the amount of final product as per their requirement by either controlling availability of first substrate, first enzyme, utilization of intermediate product or the feedback mechanism. In feedback mechanism or inhibition, the excess final product function as allosteric inhibitor of the first enzymes, for example glucose 6-phosphate for enzyme hexokinase. Now living state, 100,000 of metabolites or the molecules occur in the organism in concentration characteristic of each of them. For example, glucose is 4.5 to 5 in the blood, hormone in the nanogram per milliliter. The living system maintain this concentration of biomolecules because they are in metabolic flux, always remaining in non-equilibrium steady state where equilibrium is seldom achieved. No work can be carried out in equilibrium state. Therefore, living systems are regularly receiving an input of energy to prevent reaching an equilibrium and remain always in non-equilibrium steady state. Energy is obtained from metabolism. Metabolism and the living state are therefore complementary and synonymous. They cannot be a living state without metabolism. So in next video we'll discuss about the metabolites. Okay, till then take care. Bye bye.